want to officially welcome you to True DeFi AMA today on the Beehivecolony. I am your host, Frisbee, and today we have an amazing project. Just a bit of an intro right here. True DeFi being a division of DeFi Solutions Incorporation, which is registered in a licensed company in the state of California, is one-of-a-kind swapper contract that can be deployed seamlessly regardless of the chain or DEX with a use case for just about any token on any network that collects taxes. So they had a successful pre-sale yesterday where they raised 300 BNB, and it's been an absolutely jolly ride since then. Even going ahead with launch today with an impressive chart. So without further ado, we can already see Matt in the building. I'd like to invite Matt, who is the CEO of True DeFi, to the microphone. Matt, how you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Doing very great. So you are bringing such wealth of experience to True DeFi, and having been into coding, developing, and troubleshooting smart contracts and all aspects of blockchain project development. You want to tell us a little about your background and how you got into cryptos?
Yeah, like I said, I got into crypto originally in 2017. Trading in the more blue chip of stuff, Bitcoins and Ethereum and all that stuff. That's where I got into this space, just kind of dabbling with it, trying to get the feel of it and to know what's going on. I stepped foot into DeFi back when SafeMoon launched. Of course, once I seen what DeFi was really doing and how it worked, that's where I knew I wanted to be and where I wanted to kind of set my roots in crypto. So, like I said, I immediately started working with other projects, as a mod, and trying to get to know the space and kind of understand exactly what all was going on in DeFi. And that's where I ended up starting Rebel Traders AMA group. We started that back in August last year. Been running ever since, basically presenting good projects and all that. And we ended up deciding that, the members wanted a token, and they wanted a safe token that they could put their money in and not have to worry about. So we decided to go ahead and move forward with a token with our group, just a governance token to kind of oversee what we was doing and letting the community vote on investment while we made up. So at that point is when I really started digging into Solidity, really trying to learn how everything worked. And it turned out, most of my background from where I've done programming and all that stuff in the past in my regular job really carried over into Solidity. So I started, testing and practicing and working on Solidity contracts and partnering up with some of the best devs in the space, to kind of collaborate with them and to work on stuff with them. And so that's where I got started. And of course, the biggest problem in the space is, the contract sales, the way the contracts are set up, where they store the tokens and sell them on the chart for the rewards and the taxes and all that. Now, despite people knowing that that's how it works and, all that, it's something that doesn't need to happen. It gives you a false representation of the chart, a false representation of the buys coming in. The investors are having to buy at higher price targets just to get into the token. And then, of course, when they go to sell, if the swap liquefy kicks in, that swap liquefy front runs them, sells before them, and then they end up selling at a lower price than they would have if the token contract didn't have to do that. So that's where the idea for True DeFi come up, and of course the trials and errors to be able to make it a a working product. We started out with just the testing phase and ended up implementing it on 4 projects so far, of course, besides our own. Those projects are half implementations that have already been existing in the space and running. So we can actually hook this into existing tokens that are already running and be able to help them in to lower their swap liquefies by being able to push the volume through these swappers. So of course, our token is completely contract sellless. It only trades on our DApp or using our swapper address. That's how everything works and how it makes it able to do that. You can't incorporate this type of deal in a regular token contract because it's not set up that way. You have to have an intermediate to be able to handle it and take the taxes like what we're doing. And the biggest thing is, I know I'm talking kind of a lot, so you can stop me anytime, but like I said, the technology is the big thing about True DeFi and what we're doing. The token is just a way to give back, from the fees that the swappers that we make for other projects make, because every transaction from the other projects is a 0.5% fee. And that 0.5% fee goes back into True DeFi, whether it be a buy and burn or whatever. But it's all to benefit the holders and not going into, my pocket or anybody else's. So, but like I said, that's kind of how it works.
Yeah, sure. So this is one of a kind project, and you can agree that it's quite intricate, and for some investors, they would need to really understand exactly the service that you are offering. So I know you already started, speaking, going into the project, but I just wanted us to take it a little step by step so that investors here could really assimilate and understand exactly what the project is about. Having told us about your impressive background, how about the team that you're working with? How experienced are they?
Yes. The 2 main team members that are out running with me, one's name's Jerry Burb. He is a business and legal associate that I've met through DeFi out of California. He's handling more the business and legal side of things because as we are a licensed corporation out of California called DeFi Solutions. True DeFi is basically our first output out of DeFi Solutions, and it's will be the only token that we do, but the technologies that we'll be pushing out of DeFi Solutions, all is going to go back to help benefit everything that we're doing with True DeFi. Then we've got
absolutely great.
So then we got Tim Raymond. He goes by Rebel Ray. Most people know him by that name. He's one of my buddies that we co-founded Rebel Traders along with 3 other friends of ours. We've been pretty much in the space together since we got into DeFi both back in the day of SafeMoon and all that. Real close friend, and he's real strong as far as his math background and being able to run the calculations, and basically taking his calculations and what we've done is what we've been able to ensure that the token has set up right as far as the taxes needed, the LP needed, and all that to be able to sustain what we're doing with the token.
Great. So, sorry about that. So, you already started having that overview of the project, but if you could use the simplest of terms to explain exactly what True DeFi sets out to do. It's quite intricate, and a lot of people don't understand how these things work. So in the simplest terms, what does true DeFi seek to do, even to revolutionize how things are done in the DeFi space?
Yes. In simplest form, true DeFi is trying to innovate and correct everything that DeFi should have started with from the start, which the first one we've already accomplished, which is contract sales that just simply hurt investors. So that one has been achieved and done, and then we'll move forward from there.
Great. That's simple enough. So you are trying to remove contract sales, and you're going to do that using your own DEX or liquidity pool. How do you intend to achieve that?
No, the way ours works, there's been others that have attempted it with their own DEX and their own liquidity pools and stuff like that, which of course most of those have ended very roughly with an exploit or a hack, where a lot has lost a lot of money. The way ours works is a simple. Well, I say simple. It's not simple, but it's a simple swapper that mirrors the token contract and does the trades for it, and is able to strip the tax in the native chain, BNB, of course, for the BSC token, instead of collecting tokens to sell later in a swap liquefy. So there's no LP pool, there's no tokens held, there's no BNB held. It's a simple swap that does everything on one transaction. So it takes the tax in BNB and it automatically sends it to the project's wallets, whether it be the dev, the marketing, or if it's a rewarding token, the distributors. It does all that seamlessly in one transaction. So there's nothing to hack or exploit because it holds nothing.
All right, great. And we have been following on the True DeFi even before the pre-sale, and it's such a great vision. And I see that you have your own dApp, and which is truly impressive, where you held your pre-sale, and which was a huge success, raising up to 300 BNB, even in the bearish market. That's some impressive feat. How much of that 300 BNB is going to be put into liquidity?
Yeah, that we raised 300 BNB in the pre-sale. We put 250 BNB into the LP, paired with 25% of the tokens, giving it a 25% LP, which is very strong for an LP pool to allow for decent trading without drastic dips and moonshots out of it, because this is a long-term technology. Which of course the token contract is an auto staking contract where the supply does increase over the first 600 days. But the holders are who gets that increase by the auto staking.
Okay. Great. It indeed is a long-term technology, and investors that get in should get in for the long haul, because you have truly impressive utility right there. Speaking about projects that you seek to help and incorporate your swapper contract in their projects, do you already have this clients onboarded at the moment?
Yeah, we currently have 4 projects that are running the True DeFi swappers. We built them the swapper contracts and a dApp for their project to be able to trade on. Their dApp is built for their project. It mirrors their project, looks like their project. We're not trying to house the projects in our own dApp. We're giving them their own to be able to make it their own and to be able to advertise it as their own is just powered by True DeFi.
Oh, nice. Nice. And looking through the website, you have staking, right? And how much of that pre-sale raise is going to staking?
Yeah, that's the thing about this contract. It is not the traditional type of contract. It is an auto staking contract, meaning the supply starts at 1 million and it automatically increases the supply over the course of the 600 days. It started at a 1,200% APY that it's giving out to the holders, and it's going to linear drop over the 600 days down to zero, where the total supply will end. Over the 600 days, the supply total will go up to right around 20 million tokens. So you're looking at around 20 times the supply, and the holders are getting those tokens as well as, you know, everything else. It's a I hate to use the term because people butchered the term. It is a rebasing contract, but not like the ones that they try to use to FOMO people into trick people into buying. Yeah. This one is just simply bringing in the supply, as this is a long-term project, and it does not go back down. Like, no tokens get taken away or nothing like that. It is all hard-coded and automatic. There's nothing to be adjusted. There's nothing to be changed. It's preset to run for the next 600 days, bringing in the supply at a slow rate to where we can grow the project as it's intended, and be able to be a long-term with a healthy LP at the end.
Great. So, yeah, I mean, it sounds well put together, and we can see clearly that there's an echo somewhere, I think. Right. So it looks all put together, and right, and you definitely have brought all your great experience even to making things work out. Yesterday it was seamless. You know, the pre-sale was just, there were no complaints. I didn't see any of that. I followed on the community, so I mean, it was really impressive. You know, most of the time people are keen and asking, why don't you use a pink sale? You know, the popular launch pads, and you had your own D app and you made it a success. So I mean, that's something worthy of mentioning. Speaking about your smart contract, is it audited?
Yes, our smart contract has been audited with IntraFi. It scored very well. Actually, the auditor itself, IntraFi, told me that he was very impressed, and one of the top scores he's given out recently. That audit is available in our chat. If you go in and type /audit, it'll pull it up. You can look at it for yourself. Like I said, we took a lot of time and a lot of testing to make sure that everything was perfect, and the audit reflected that.
Great. All right, so if you could just run us through your tokenomics and all of that buy and sell taxes, so that, you know, can you just run us through that?
Yes. Now, we are a higher tax token. The reason for that is what's going on in the background as you're auto staking. And the reason I say auto staking is because whether you know it or not, if you own True DeFi, you're staking just by holding it. You don't have to move any tokens, any contracts, or nothing. It's automatically increasing your supply just for holding. So, of course, when you're increasing supply, that's increasing the market cap. It's not increasing the price. It's increasing the market cap. So you have to be able to maintain a healthy LP while that happens. So that's part of the reason why the taxes are higher. It is a 12% buy and a 16% sell. but 4% of that on the buy is going to LP. And then you have 4% that's going to marketing. You have 2% that's going to development, and you've got 2% that's going to rewards. This actually rewards in BUSD as well, on top of the auto staking. So that's on the buys. Now the sales, like I said, is 16%. 6% of that is going to LP. Then you have 4% to marketing, 2% to development, and then 4% to BUSD rewards. So as we build forward and as the supply increases, which of course we'll be buying and burning the whole time, because like I said, all the projects that are going to be implementing this over time, that there's a 0.5% fee that's going to be coming back to the token. And I would say the majority of that will get bought and burned. So that is a way that's going to keep the supply down, even though it's increasing. It's going to be increasing for the holders and not in PancakeSwap. So we'll be able to keep a healthy LP. And as we progress and watch that LP, we'll be able to lower the LP tax as we go when it's not needed. So the taxes will come down. I'm sorry, I've still got a cough from where I had COVID a week ago. But
sorry about that.
Oh yeah, it's all good. I'm managed to it very well. But as the, like I said, as the LP is healthy and starts coming down, the people that have been holding will be able to benefit from a lower tax whenever they do decide to take some profits or however they want to run it. So that is why the taxes are where they are. It was a very, very meticulous reason for it, and a very calculated reason to make sure that everything could function long term as it is.
Wow. All right. If you hadn't talked further, I would have just, expressed how scared some investors would be with the high percent tax on the buys with that 12%. But you have talked about how that as time goes on, that's going to drop. But what's your concern? What's your take? What do you have to say to investors that might be scared about the initial high buy tax?
Okay, so like right now, it's running a 1,200% APY. So the people that get in today or even, 4 months down the road, they're going to be recuperating more tokens, and they're going to outweigh that tax in a very short period. People that, buy on launch day, in about 40 days, they're going to recoup their taxes in tokens. So it's kind of one of them things that, holding is where you benefit. So you can get rid of the tax you lost in your buy in a very short period. And like I said, this is a long-term project. This is not one to flip. Even though trading's welcomed, we have a healthy LP, and if somebody wants to trade it, by all means trade it. But the biggest thing that's going to benefit this is as we build out and move further with implementing this on projects that's coming in, all that's coming back to benefit the token and the people that are here with us. And the ones that's here with us from the start is going to be the ones that benefit the most.
Yeah, great. Awesome stuff right there. Right. So I remember when we were first interacting before now, you spoke about how that you wanted a very organic community, one that is very interested in the token and not just there for the hype. How are you gonna, because true DeFi is going to be very relevant, like in the space. and you want a lot of people getting on board. So how do you, in effort to market, what are your plans, even to keep an organic community as you try to get the word out to as many people as possible, if you get the question?
Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, of course, if you were in our chats whenever we launched today, there was a ton of people that come rolling in, and I'm sure a lot of them are ones that just strictly wanted to come in to, talk about marketing and all that stuff. That's part of it. We can't control that. But what we can control is how we market this. We're doing it by pinpoint marketing towards projects and towards investors that understand what we're doing and the technology that we're doing. Whenever DeFi started, people trading on a pancake swap with a bunny, that was something that people had to get used to and to adapt to. And now it's common. Now everybody's like, oh, well, I want to trade on pancake swap. That's where we'll be as people start understanding what we're doing. Like I said, we plan on making True DeFi a household name that is going to be a safe and legitimate, organization that people can trade in and not have to worry about. That's our goal. That's what we want. And of course, the projects that we're going to be pinpointing and all that are projects that are actually doing something to better the space. That's what this is all about. It's about making DeFi what it's supposed to be, and to be able to collaborate and work together to make crypto what it was intended for, to be able to be your own holder of your finances instead of somebody else holding it for you.
Great. Yeah, ever since you stepped into the community and said hi, members have been doing their due diligence, even when we made that call, and they're excited. A number of them here want to ask a few questions. I don't know if it's okay by you to receive questions from the community.
I'm an open book. Bring them on. Like I said, we can talk about any concerns, questions, or anything.
Oh, great. But even before that, just before that, I after launch today, I went on the chat on PooCoin, and I saw that it was, I couldn't trade on that. What is that? What is that about?
Yes, that's where true.
I want to believe that is because you're having to trade on your DApp.
Yes, exactly.
Great.
The reason that it's blocked out from PooCoin and from PancakeSwap is because of the technology we're using to be able to take the taxes in the native chain instead of collecting tokens to sell on to investors. So the one that deals with PancakeSwap is the swapper itself. It's the only one that can deal with PancakeSwap. All the LP and stuff sets on PancakeSwap, and as you can see the chart on PooCoin just like normal. But the swapper is what does the trading. So you're interacting with the swapper through our DApp, or there is a swapper address that's pinned in the chat. That swapper address is what makes it to where you don't have to connect your wallet to anything to be able to trade. You can simply send your Smart Chain BNB directly to that swapper address from your wallet, and you'll automatically receive the True DeFi tokens into your wallet at market price. That's how the swappers originally were, but we took it a step farther with True DeFi. Our swapper, you can sell on it as well. All you have to do is send your True DeFi tokens to that same swapper address, and it'll automatically sell it for you and send you the BNB back to your wallet at the market price. So this can be truly used with a decentralized fashion, not connecting your wallet to anything, keeping your wallet safe from even thinking about connecting to a nefarious site by accident. Though our DApp is 100% safe and secured, you have the scammers out there that send bad links and everything else with people connecting. So people worry about connecting to anything. And of course, Pancake Swap's the same way. There's all kinds of fakes and all that stuff that people could connect to by accident. So by using the swapper the way we had made it up, that takes that out of the equation as well.
Great. I had to bring that to everyone's notice because not everyone understood exactly how this all worked. And so that if they stepped into the community and they had encountered that situation, they're not allowed, understanding that it's because you have your own dedicated DApp for trading. All right, so great clarification right there. So the community is really enthusiastic to ask questions. So I'll just get into that part. If there's nothing else that you want to say that you have not touched on, is there any other thing that you want to touch on before we get into the questions?
I think I've covered most of the technology. I'm sure there's some stuff I've missed because this is such a big undertaking. And of course, we have a few things. I don't know if anybody's been on our DApp in here. There's a few things that's going to be coming out that's already, you can see the page for with a ranking system. That's something that's going to help increase trading volume because they're going to be able to see their buying volume where they've reinvested, and they're going to receive a bonus in tokens dropped to them for doing that.
Oh, great.
So
great. Awesome stuff. Awesome. All right, guys. We would like to take a few questions from community. If you are new to this, all you need to do at this time is raise your hand by tapping the button, the middle button on your screen. So that raises your hand, and you have to unmute yourself and ask one question, guys. We don't want to spend so much time on the AMA. Ask one question and let it not be generic. You want to ask a question that would get the devs thinking, right? So I just look just a minute. Okay. We have Star Kim. I think that's a new face. Star Kim, you're allowed to speak. Star Kim. Star Kim, you have been unmuted. You can just tap the button. When it turns green, you can speak. All right. I don't think Star Kim is coming up. I think we'll just get back to Star Kim in a minute. Yeah, we can hear you, Star Kim.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Befers B. True DeFi is indeed a revolution, and looking at the immense utility, it's sure will go very far. So my question is, have you tested your swapper contracts with the projects you have onboarded, and how well did it run?
if I heard you right, you're saying that we test our projects with, or test our swappers with the projects that are running. Is that what you asked?
Yeah, I think that's what she asked. For the project that you have onboarded, have you tested the contract?
Yes. The 4 projects that are running have been running for, one of them has been running for a little over a month now, running flawlessly. Like I said, all the projects so far that we've adapted it to has given us nothing but positive feedback of how it's helped benefit their chart in this low volume time of the bear market. Because whenever they do finally get a little bit of push going on their project and then the contract sales, it always hurts them. By them running through our True DeFi swapper, they don't have to worry about that no more. And most projects, they have the real investors that are, pushing it and showing everybody, hey, this is the way you need to trade, because it not only benefits the project, but it benefits your purchase as well as sales. So, but they have been tested and running great for a while now.
All right. Thank you, Starkin, for that question. So I just get straight to the next question. Hold on there. Zuel, you can ask your question. You have been unmuted. Zuel?
Hey, Bay, first be how you doing, man?
You're good. You're doing good.
Okay.
How you doing, man?
Yeah. Hey, Matt, what's up?
How's it going?
Yeah, I'm good. Okay, yeah. So let me just go straight to my question. Yeah, so I just want to know, do you guys have any backup wallet or treasury in case of token dumps to make the project stable? And also, if you guys are gonna be offering rewards, are the rewards gonna be fixed, or it will increase as the token market cap increase? You get the question?
I got you. Like I said, we don't have a set buyback wallet, but what we do have is the fees coming from the other projects that use the True DeFi swapper that's going to be making buybacks on the chart. So in essence, there is a buyback system. It's not a guaranteed system because it relies on the volume of those projects, of course, but it is going to be inflowing external into the project. Also, with the marketing, as we have extra funds that's not allocated to the different marketing that we're doing, we will do some buybacks and we'll do some, stuff like that will help the chart and, recover stuff during hard times and dumps like that.
Zuel, you okay with that?
Yeah. So thanks for clarifying my questions. Yeah. Thanks for clarifying my questions. Yeah. Thanks for the opportunity by Fosby. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for that, Zuel. All right. We're gonna take Commissioner. Commissioner, you're allowed to speak. Commissioner?
So I don't know if I'm audible. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Commissioner.
Okay, I'm just gonna talk about we investors. You see, we investing in your projects. You see, sometimes when you like you AMA owners sorry, like you see project owner they come on AMA, you see, encouraging we investors, to invest in their projects in order for them to boost marketing and also for the development of their projects. So my question now is, what if the amount of token that is supposed to be bought by we investors and also some resources that was like needed in the project, we were not able to buy it? What guarantee do you have that your project will still be stable? Do you get me?
I think you were talking about what's going to help our project keep moving forward and be stable. Is that what you were asking?
Like,
Are you
yeah,
asking about the
close to that,
sustainability?
but you see, we not able to buy the limited amount of token you wanted us to buy.
I think you're asking about the sustainability, right? Right? I get that.
Yeah, bro. But it's most projects they get to need investors to invest in their projects for so that they can use the funds for marketing, for boosting marketing, and also for the development of the project. So now I'm saying that what if like the amount of token that is supposed to be bought by we investors did not reach the range you were expecting? Like, what backup do you have for the project?
Okay. Did you get that, Matt?
Yeah, I got him. Okay, so first off, of course, you can't control how much volume you have in a token. All you can do is push out the technology, keep bringing on the utilities, and keep pushing the project forward. That's what we're doing with ours, and that's what our project is. It is a utility. It's not a meme. It's not a hype. We actually have a legitimate utility that is functioning already on 4 projects before we even launch the token. So that shows what we are doing and what we're going to be pushing forward as we go, bringing in other projects. All this stuff, we do in-house. Now, we don't have to outsource the contract building and stuff like that for our projects. We can implement them with our own in-house building that's part of the project. So the funds that are needed for that is minimal compared to a lot of projects that have to outsource everything that they do. So our utilities will keep growing. We will keep pushing out the stuff that investors need and want to be able to push the project further and further.
Right. Okay. Thank you
Great.
very much.
Commissioner, are you okay with that response? All right. Thank you for that,
Yeah.
Commissioner.
Okay.
I think we'll just take 2 more questions. Yeah. You wanted to say more? All right. Great. So I see Moonshine. Moonshine, can you ask your question? Moonshine always has great questions.
Hi, First B. Hi, Matt.
Yeah, how you doing, Moonshine?
I'm fine. I hope you're doing good too.
You're doing great.
So, Matt, this is actually my concern, and I just wanted you to clarify that. You already mentioned during the AMA that you have a high tax, which you said you thought real hard about it with your team, and you guys decided to strategize this tax system, the 12% and the 16%. Now here's my question. I actually see that there's a transaction fee which is 0.5%, and then when you have discount for high volume projects, the setup fees would still go to the payment of the development team. And I was kind of confused because you already have a balanced tax that is going to have 2% going to the dev team. So I just want to know, why do you still have 0.5% going to that same dev team? And how do you intend? You also mentioned that you intend to use it to benefit through DeFi token holders directly. And you've mentioned other ways that these holders are going to receive rewards. So I really want to know why you put that there and how you guys intend to do that.
All right. So the 0.5% fee does not go back to the development team. I don't know if that was just a misread or what. The 0.5%.
Okay, let me just read it out. Maybe I'm the one not really understanding. Okay, you said, sorry, let me just bring it out from the website. Okay, I'm still trying to look for it. Okay, you said setup fees go to pay the development team. So
Yeah, the setup fees. The setup fees are where we're building the contracts for the other projects, as well as the DApps for the other projects. And it's a very small fee. We gave a larger window because some contracts are extremely difficult and extremely long. and our swappers have to mirror everything that their contract does. So some of those builds take extra time. The initial setup fee is for the building of the project for the other, or building of the swapper and the DAP for the other project. That does go to the build. But the 0.5% fee that's charged every transaction to that project goes back to the True DeFi token, not the team or the development.
Okay. So the one going back to the team is the 2% from the buy and the sell tax. Am I right?
Yes.
So
That's
now
on
you
our.
Okay, so that's a way of exposure, I guess, because you also mentioned the referrals from, those high volume discount projects. So it just got me wondering how much more, like I asked you, would you like to expose this project? Would you be having like an affiliate system where they get to earn like a bonus? Because you saying they should help you promote your project. So I want to know if that's what you actually had in mind when you wrote it there on the white paper.
Yes, we are going to be rolling out the full referral system for individuals to be able to help onboard projects. They will get a portion of the 0.5% fee for the volume that project that they referred to uses on the swapper. That's a way to market it and to push people to find the projects that they're already in. They've already got a door open with the team because they're invested. So they'll be able to gain a referral for bringing that project to us. It's a form of marketing, as well as the project itself. Once they have the DAP running, they're going to be promoting the project because of how much benefit that it's helping their project. So all of it together is marketing that's going to come back for True DeFi.
Okay. Thank you very much, Matt. Thank you so much, Bye First. Thank you so much, Matt.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for that, Moonshine. Always engaging questions right there. Thank you for that. All right. Amy is already unmuted. All right. Just go for it. Amy?
Hi, guys.
All right. How
Hello.
are you doing?
Can you hear me? Am I audible enough?
Yeah, we could hear you.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Awesome project. I must say, we all know how the crypto space is so filled with scammers and how it could be unstable sometimes. So I wanted to ask how secure the swapper contracts, because reading through your white paper, I read a part where it says there is nothing to hack. So I wanted you to tell us more about the security system you have put in place that will make it safe for investors to swap coins.
Right. Did you get that, Matt?
No, I didn't quite get exactly what she was saying.
I think she's. I got that. I think she's asking about. There are no hacks.
Okay.
And how secure your contract swapper is.
Yes. Okay. So.
Is rather.
Yeah. I'm with you 100%.
What security system you have in place?
Yes. So the swapper contracts are immutable and only used for the token that it's set up for. Also, there is no LP tokens or BNB held in the swapper. It's all done seamlessly on one transaction, and everything is retenancy guarded and everything in the swapper. So there's nothing to hack or pull out because it's not holding anything. It simply does the transaction all in one swoop motion in the transaction to do all the divisions and the split ups that goes to the projects.
Okay. Did we lose Amy? Hold on.
It looks like she got muted again. Maybe she got her hand
All
up.
right. Okay. Amy, are you okay with that response?
Yeah, I'm quite okay with it. I think your explanation has said it all. Well, nice project, guys. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Amy, for that. All right. So, uh, I think we've had five questions, and some part into all of the questions. I have this a personal question to ask. Um, there are a number of other projects that have tried to do what you're trying to do. I believe that. I mean, but you are bringing something really new, sure. But some projects have tried to do that. Implement a sellless uh, uh, contract, right? So that will remove sales rather. What different are you doing to set yourself apart? Like if you could just itemize, you know, some very salient features that would stand you out, separate you from the rest projects that are seeking to do what exactly you're doing.
Well, for the main thing is how we're doing it. We're doing it with the safest manner possible because we're not creating separate LPs or we're not creating any type of holding system to change the swap. You know, a lot of the ones that are coming out are actually holding an LP, basically pool, that when you sell the token, it just sends you out of that pool instead of sending it out to be sold on the contract. The way we're doing it is we're actually stripping the BNB on the fly of the transaction and being able to divide it there and send it out without having to store anything or hold anything. So that's the big thing that sets us apart. And being able to implement it on existing projects, very seamlessly sets us apart. And of course, the being able to do it and to do it right and to do it the best is the biggest thing in the space, and that's what we're striving for.
Oh, great. You're awesome. Awesome stuff right there. Yeah. So we have one of our partners. We're just going to take a moment to let him say a few words about the project. And owner of the Bull Lounge, Maxwell is here, and I'll just unmute you.
Oh yeah, so hey there,
Say a
by
few
first,
words.
how you
So,
doing? Oh yeah, I'm
Hey,
doing
how's it
good.
good,
going?
good. How you doing, man?
Hey there, Matt. Nice project you've got here, buddy. I attended your AMA with Caesars today, and you were not the host of that, so it was still a very nice presentation. So I got to know about the project from that AMA, and it's really a great stuff. Really cool concept, not much, with nice utilities. And I had a question, but it was just centered around saying that you're gonna be having a swapping system and all. Some investors don't really even know how to even set a slippage. So I was just wondering, what do you guys think of or just creating a sort of a channel, or something, or put around some videos, some educational videos for some new investors, because I don't really think you can always be on the AMA explaining to new investors. So when they come in, just hop into that channel, watch some videos, understand how to set the slippage, have some more understanding about the project, and really get to know more about it, and hop in. Then I just had that in mind from the last AMA, which I'm gonna bring to this also. So what are your thoughts on it?
It,
I don't know if you got that,
yeah,
Matt.
it's kind of breaking up a little bit. Could you
So
recap?
I
I
think
was
he's
breaking out.
speaking about. Yeah, you were breaking out. If you could just summarize, I think you're speaking about educational videos, right? Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Just creating. Let me summarize that. Creating a channel or something.
Right. Understanding that, let's stop.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, education about this project is one of the biggest things. We'll be putting out a bunch of different videos showing what we're doing and why we're doing it, and making it to where people can see what's the easiest way to be able to be part of the project and to help, educate everybody that is coming into the project that is so stuck on the traditional ways, I'll call it, of DeFi. That's the whole thing about innovation. It takes change, and it takes being able to educate people to understand the change, that it's a good change, and that it's benefiting them as much as it's benefiting the other people that are involved. So yes, we will be running out with some different videos and stuff like that, educating of how it works and why we're doing it this way. That way, people understand that it is a benefit for the investors more than anything.
Oh yes. So that's all I have to say. Thanks for the opportunity, by first. It's really been nice talking to you, man. I will send you a DM. We could discuss a thing or two. You know. So best of luck, man. To the moon, guys. Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Thank you so. All right, all right, Maxwell. Thank you so much. Maxwell is a partner of the Beehive. His community is, we're in partnership together, and he's a very great personality right there. So thank you for that. And I think that does it for the questions for today. We've taken much of your time, Matt. We really appreciate, and we actually promised it was going to be a 1 hour AMA, so we don't want to overshoot the time. All right. So it's been truly amazing getting to know the True DeFi project, and we want to thank you for honoring the invite and attending the AMA today, despite your busy schedule. I don't know if you have any final words, anything you hadn't mentioned you want to talk about before we round the AMA up.
The main thing I just want to get out is, we're trying to better the space and to change the space. It can't be done overnight. It takes time. Of course, we've already shown that we're able to do what we set out to do, and that's make it to where the contract doesn't sell. And we have onboarded projects that are already using it. All this stuff will grow along with other stuff that we're already building in the background. I'm just asking people to do your due diligence, look into the team, look into what we're doing here, and understand that, we're not here for a overnight thing. We're here for a long term, and we will be continuing to build and push the project as we move forward.
Great, absolutely beautiful. You all listen to Matt. You want to do your due diligence by visiting their website, and we have expressed our commitment even in making regular posts about the True DeFi, following up even on the progress. So you want to join their Telegram, and if you didn't have the opportunity to ask questions today, you could just head over to right there to the community. I believe there's going to be a mod, an admin, some member of the core team that's going to respond to your questions and your concerns. All right, so we have come to the end of the AMA. We want to thank everyone here for participating. It's a very organic community we have. We're small, but we're mighty, and and we understand that, and they are, investors here that are very enthusiastic about projects like True DeFi. So, all right. So, thanks for your participation once again. Thanks for coming out, guys. Bye, and